So, in today's video, we are going to take a look at some Kizer knives we've already featured on the channel. We're going to talk a little bit more about them because they are on sale right now. There's a huge sale only for a few more days on Kizers that were released before September. So the knives featured in this video all have the discount code 15% off. So definitely check them out. I will have everything linked down in the description for you guys. So check out the link down in the description so you guys can get yourselves some discounted Kizer knives, and not just any, the baddies, the great ones. So this one is, my goodness, how smooth this thing is. This thing is on another level. We were talking about this in the other day's live, and we were talking about just how incredibly smooth some of these Kizers are. So this one is the Mystic, and it's in Rex 45 steel. Yes, Rex 45. That is insane. I don't know if I've seen any other company use Rex 45 aside from Custom Makers and Spyderco. And my goodness, man, this thing is an absolute guillotine. This thing, it's like when you get a hold of it, you don't expect this level of smoothness. It's shocking how smooth it is while being rock solid, perfectly solid. But my goodness, like it is almost like it's floating on air. Like there's nothing stopping it. But you know, it still has lock bar tension, so they were just able to tune it super perfect. The micarta scales are really good quality, titanium bolster lock, and then like I said, Rex 45, which is an absolute super steel. This is a steel that'll hold an edge for a very, very long time. It takes a really good edge, and then this knife has fantastic access to the lock bar. The thumb stud deployment is the best deployment on this knife. However, you do have a front flipper. The only problem I have with the front flipper is you can't use the top of it. You know, you have to use the front, which is fine. You know, that's how most front flippers are. But, you know, it'd just be nice if you could just go right here from the top. But, you know, you just have to go from the front, which, you know, you can still do the side finger and the reach over and stuff. It just, you know, it'd just be nice if you could do that. But all in all, though, man, highly recommended knife. This is an awesome one, especially with these ergonomics, you know, the blade steel, the blade shape, the action. I even like the pivot collar in micarta. A lot of companies aren't able to pull that off because they, you know, they wind up breaking. But perfectly centered, man, solid lockup. Yeah, these things are great. Now, the next one is the Milt. I'm pretty sure both of these are actually riding on multi-row ceramic bearings. One of the reasons why they are so smooth, you know, having those multi-row ceramic bearings in there. So, and, you know, having the multi-row also helps with pivot stability because it makes it more solid in the pivot because there's more point of contact. Now the Milt, again, it's another knife that just has this insanely smooth action. It's shocking how smooth these knives are, especially for this good of a detent. Like, listen, that thing has a detent, and it's so smooth. You would think that they would have to put light lock bar pressure in order to get this. You can see it's got a nice strong lockup, amazing access to the lock bar. This one is an S35 VN drop point blade with a stone washed finish. Woo! Amazing front flipper. This one actually has a really good front flipper on it. Perfect jimping, perfect size, perfect shape, everything. And then the whole deployment, equally as good. Both deployments are really good. So it's, you can't just say that this is mainly a whole deployment. This is both. This one's too good to not be labeled both actions or their main action. The ergonomics, hand melting. Like choking back here, this whole section right here, how rounded and contoured and everything it is so comfortable. And then I can still choke up if I wanted to. Because it has a straight back, I can turn it around and cut straps. You can also get it in the gas station knife fighting grip. Like it's a perfect handle as far as ergonomics go. They did a good job with this one, man. And like I said, S35 VN blade steel. Kizer tends to do a good job with that steel. I've usually been pretty happy with it. Perfectly centered, nice strong lockup, of course. Yeah. Now the next one, the Veritas. Now the Veritas was sold out for a minute because it was so sought after, and now it's back and you can get it for even cheaper. So, like I said, check out the links down in the description. This is another one, man. Now, this one kind of reminds me of this one a little bit, but just slimmer. I don't know, maybe lighter. I'm not sure. But this is, yeah, this is super lightweight, very, very slim. Look at all this milling on the inside of there. And then you have the outside milling, lock bar cutouts on the inside exactly where it should be. Access to the lock bar is perfect, amazing access. Perfect sharpening choil and plunge grind. That's how they need to be done. Look at that, guys. Take notes. That is how a plunge grind is done. Separated from the edge. But then you have this very smooth action. Now, it's not guillotine like these guys, but it's very smooth. Like no complaints on the action on this thing. Very, very smooth. The front flipper works really, really good. Again, this is another one where, you know, it's more of a two deployment knife. Now, maybe the reverse flick might be slightly better than the front flipper, but that's arguable. I like that you can also use it left-handed very easily, even with your finger on the lock bar. So, you know, it's very comfortable in the hand. Even if you choke back all the way back to here, you know, you're separated from the edge, but you can always choke up. So, you know, again, you know, you can use it backwards, you know, utility cuts, just about any way you want. Now, the blade steel on this one, again, is S35 VM. So, like I said, Kizer usually does a pretty good job with that. Listen to detent. Very, very cool. So now another one to check out is the Clutch Lock Sheepdog. This thing is so badass. It's aluminum handles, nice chamfer around the edge, very, very comfortable, nice slicey blade, and then it's got their clutch lock we already know so well. Probably the best crossbar lock ever done has been from Kizer this year. You know, their crossbar, or maybe it was done at the end of last year, but either way, it's an adjustable crossbar lock so you can tune your tension and your detent stronger or lighter. The aluminum handles really make this thing feel like super high quality. It does have a deep carry clip that's inset with flat screws and reversible, and the blade steel is 154 cm. Now, we already know there's tons of options for the Sheepdog. Here is the XL with a titanium frame lock. This thing's an absolute behemoth. What a beast. And talk about action, look at this thing. Of course that thing's gonna be false shut. Look at how big the blade is. This is obnoxious and badass at the same time. I freaking love it. Look at the size difference. This is a full-size knife. This is a monster. And just so you can see another one really quick. I have so many of these. I don't have the mini out. I should have pulled the mini out because there is mini ones. You can see this is the same size as the aluminum one. This is the titanium frame lock version. This is, man, this thing feels like super high quality. And then here's the micarta one. Same size. So I don't have the mini out, but you can see, man, just a huge difference in size between the XL and the full size one. So yeah. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is a removable flipper tab. I should have said that. You can remove it, you just gotta take off the, you can do it right there. Bam, you just take that screw out and it'll just be a reverse flicking knife and then you can choke up right there. But anyways, there are so many other knives. This is just a quick look at a few of the knives that are on sale right now that you can get with the discount. So definitely check out the link down in the description. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.